No? What's going on? Hey! Hey! We found it. Figured it out. We solved the problem. Well, let me get some music going. I need to get the speakers up and running so I can just have them like really quiet so I can kind of hear, you know, hear what you guys are hearing. What was the issue? The Comcast modem has two network outs, two Ethernet outs. Apparently one of them doesn't work. That was the problem. Because I thought it was the cable, but then I grabbed a different cable and a different computer and it still didn't work. I didn't have a cable long enough to reach into here to the PC. And then I took the same cable and I ran it all the way upstairs. Luckily it was barely long enough. Ran it all the way upstairs up into the router. And that worked. So that was the problem. That was the problem. It's yeah, it's just Comcast sends you garbage. I feel so happy that like, it was a Comcast problem. I didn't get unnecessarily angry at Comcast because you're always allowed to get angry at Comcast. It makes a lot of sense. Okay, now I can show you the music video. Also, once we get above, let's say 200 viewers, I'll show you guys the other camera angle. We got a third camera angle in here. I showed you guys the first two, which are like the ones we had at the last setup, and we finally have them set up again. And I'm also realizing that wearing black on this angle is probably not a great idea. We're gonna have some stuff over there eventually to cover up just like the black wall, but black sweatshirt, black wall. I basically just look like a floating head right now. So we'll fix that. By the way, Jerry Seamandel, I don't know. Welcome back for 8 months, appreciate it. And Broseph, thank you for the super chat. What internet speeds do you have with Comcast? Well, so it's not the speed that's the problem. I have like a gigabit down and like 40 megabits up. I hate that. I hate Comcast does that. What's that about? Just make them balanced. Gigabit down, gigabit up. Why are you giving me a gigabit down and 40 megabits up? It's ridiculous. But that wasn't the problem here. The problem is the Wi-Fi is on a different floor and really far away, and so it can't reach down here. And then the modem, the second Ethernet out of the modem doesn't work, so I had to run a cable all the way up there. But we got it. I do think I'm gonna run Wi-Fi down here as well. See, I'd be down to do 500 down. I don't need a gigabit down. I don't ever need a gigabit down. What I need is upload, and they refuse to give you upload. Anyway, how are we doing on music? All right, you guys want to see the medley? You guys ready for the Christmas medley? Let's try it again. This time with actual internet. This is the music video we put up this morning. StreamBeats #1 artist on my Spotify Wrapped. Yeah, I'm not sorry about that. Thank you for letting me know. I ruin everybody's Spotify Unwrapped, and it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Sorry, not sorry. Your Spotify Unwrapped is destroyed because of me. All right, let's check this out. This is the music video we just released. If you don't know, we just released a music video today. Sorry, we just released an album today. We haven't released a StreamBeats Originals album since the rock album that we released in February. And we've been working on this one for a couple months now. On this music video, there are 10 streamers. And last time we were about to watch this, I gave some hints. I'm one of them, and Ryan is one of them. So there are 8 others that I'm not gonna tell you. I wanna see how many you guys can name in the chat, all right? All right.
Here we come a caroling among the so green. Here we come, a wandering so fair to be seen. Love and joy come to you, and to you Glad Christmas too. And God bless you and send you a happy new year. And God send you a happy new year. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. Fa la 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 la.
'Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la.
Got a drip, put it on, turn a king from a pawn. Royal blood is running strong, sing it fa la la.
The party got me spitting while the Fahrenheit is slipping. Catch me hunting while you're waiting, celebrate until it's gone. Rock.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open
Oh,
sleigh.
it's pretty obvious.
Oh, the fields we go, laughing all the way.
Bells on bobtails ring.
Making spirits bright.
What fun it
So we got
is
Christopher
to ride
Eve.
and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey.
Good King Wenceslas looked out
Lily Peachu's not in
on
it.
the feast of Stephen.
There's no Lily Pichu in this song.
Holy night, all is calm, all is bright. Around yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so
You guys have only got 2 of them so far.
sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Alright, let's pull this up. Alright, who we got here? Someone, who was it that named a bunch of them? The only one we'd gotten so far, we had Foosley, and we had Christopher Yee. Then someone, Charles Buttersworth, blew everyone out of the water. Peter Park, yes. Obviously, I mean, we showed Peter Park's face. This is Peter Park right here. It's the bottom right one. He said Quarter Jade, which yes, that's this one right here with the red eyeliner. Masayoshi, yes, this guy right here. Foosley. Foosley was one of the few that we'd guessed already. Foosley, yes. Wendy, yes, this is Natsumi. Wendy. Christopher Yee. You got Christopher. Where's Christopher? Here's Chris. Here's Chris's. And some others, yeah. Someone says Harris bottom middle. Yes. So we have this whole row. This whole row is done. I think I saw one other person get one. Yeah, music done digitally says Lauren. This is Lauren. You got Lauren. So who are we missing? Missing this one and this one. Top right and center left. Top right, top center left. The second sock is Ryan. I feel like this one's the easiest here. There we go. Yeah, once you look at the logo, it's got the logo right on the chest. Yeah, this is ammunition. All right, you guys did it. Proud of all of you. So they all sang on it. This is all them singing, which is super fun. Like we reached out to them a couple months ago and we told them what we wanted to do. Like, hey, do you guys want to be on this? And all of them were like, yes, let's do it. And it took a long time. It's very difficult to get streamers to send footage and record stuff and send it, but we got it. We got it just in time. But we also did a really cool song. If you guys haven't heard this one, we did a really cool song with Lily Pichu. Oops, that's the instrumental version. So by the way, this is all a StreamBeats Originals album. So this is all produced in-house. Ryan produced all these tracks. Ryan sang on 2 of the tracks. It's a new album called The StreamBeats and Friends Christmas. And the very first track is Comfy Christmas Sweaters by Lily Pichu. Written by Ryan and Lily.
I don't even realize it's that time each year. Looking out the window, thinking I'm still here. A subtle act of kindness, a jingle in my ear. Catch a little Christmas bug from me. Let's put on comfy Christmas sweaters and just stay indoors. Skip the chilly weather and make fireplace s'mores. Sleeping on the couch and let the tree light up the house. Feels like Christmas now.
You can't interrupt the chorus. I'm gonna show you guys the third angle. Ready?
If we stayed here all year, would it be a crime? Peace and love and chocolate to distract my mind. Maybe this is fate, I wanna think it's by design. Hold on to my Christmas time with you. Let's put on comfy Christmas sweaters and just stay indoors. Skip the chilly weather and make fireplace s'mores. Sleeping on the couch and let the tree light up the house.
What do you guys think of the song?
Feels like Christmas now. Comfy Christmas sweaters and just stay indoors. Skip the chilly weather and make fireplace s'mores. Sleeping on the couch and let the tree light up the house. Feels like Christmas. Feels like Christmas. Feels like Christmas now.
What do you guys think? What do you think? Is it as good as I think it is? Because I think it's amazing. I think that's one of the best songs we've ever released. I'm only sad that it's like a Christmas song. I'm probably going to be listening to it all year. So yeah, Ryan wrote that song and he sent it over to Lily. Lily took it and adjusted some things and rewrote some lines and made it very much her own, and sent us a vocal track. And Ryan produced the whole thing. Yeah, guys, everything we release, literally everything we ever release, every song that ever comes out of the Senpai Records, whether it's made by us, made by a different producer, or we sign a random third-party artist and actually start signing artists and we release their music, all of it will be available for you to listen to on stream. All of it. Forever. Forever. Even tracks like this. Like, take a look. So this is what we do. So anytime we release tracks like this, we call them StreamBeats Originals, where they're produced in-house, they've got lyrics on them, and they feel like stuff you'd hear on the radio. We release the regular version, which is what you see here, and then we release the instrumental release of it. So the song you're listening to right now, check this out.
No, don't wanna lose it this holiday. I'll never let.
So here's the instrumental version. That way if you guys don't want someone singing behind you talking because it's distracting, you can just take the instrumental version. So you listen to the normal one on your own, and then on stream you turn on the instrumental one. So if you go to Christmas, StreamBeats Christmas over here, You can see we've got all the instrumental tracks right at the top. So I already threw the instrumental ones in the Christmas playlist.
I don't wanna lose it all.
How to download them? StreamBeats.com.
In the snow.
I'll show you. Here we go to.
I don't wanna lose it. No, don't wanna lose it. This holiday, I'm never letting this.
We go to create. Hit download tracks.
Celebrate. Won't it be better if the feelings never change?
We have StreamBeats Originals right here. StreamBeats and Friends, StreamBeats and Friends. One of them is instrumental. Here's the instrumental one. Here's the regular one. They're all in there.
The holidays.
Instrumental one. Got all the instrumental tracks. This one doesn't have stems. I don't think we're going to do stems anymore moving forward. Nobody really used them. And it took a ton of work to get you guys the stems. So I don't think we're doing stems anymore. Can we listen to the... We haven't listened to the final track on the album though.
Caroling among the leaves so green. Here
So Ryan, Ryan produced all four of these. Ryan is our lead producer. He's our producer here at StreamBeats, Senpai Records. So Ryan produced all of these, but he's singing on the second and the fourth track. And can we just listen to the fourth track real quick? Because it's really, really good. The music is too loud. I can turn the music down a little bit.
I don't care.
How's that?
Santa won't deliver. Spare me gifts this year. I don't care. All the elves can say. Ornaments grow pale. I care about you and me and everything we've built together.
Sorry about that.
Memories and feelings bigger than December. Oh, 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 all I need. I care about you and me.
Isn't this so good?
And I don't care to buy a no tradition. Second chorus gone stale. And I don't care for the pedal wear. Half the world on sale. I care about you and me and everything we've built together. Memories and feelings bigger than December. Oh, 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 all I need. I care about
I love that song so much. Like, so much. Like, you don't understand how much I love that song. Like, it makes me want to cry. So I hope you guys enjoy the Christmas album. I'm just gonna put this album, the instrumental version, on repeat now. How's that volume compared to me talking? Actually, I'm gonna do this. Hey, and there are a couple of you guys that said something really nice. Something about how I should be really proud of this, and that like Harris from 5 years ago would be really proud. Thank you. That's a really, really thoughtful and kind thing to say, and I would like to think that's true. I think it would be too. I think if looking back and remembering who I was 5 years ago and everything I was trying to do, and just kind of what we've been doing lately, like I'm living my dream. I mean, literally, I worked like 16 hours yesterday to prep for this stream and for the album launch and for the music, the video that went up this morning, and I'm working my butt off, but I'm so happy with where we're at. Like, so happy. And I mean, we've got this year, we're gonna do some insane stuff this year. We've got this whole studio that's almost done. I'm very happy. So thank you. I think five years ago, Harris would be very proud of me, and I'm gonna try to live up to all the things that 5 years ago Harris hoped he would accomplish. And people saying we demand more. Do you demand more Christmas stuff, or do you just demand more stuff produced by Ryan? Is that I feel like what you want is more stuff produced by Ryan, right? I want to make sure we're on the same page. When you say we demand more, you're talking about we demand more stuff by Ryan. Yeah, dude, Scott, we did turn that one around. So that's not how bad the latency is. That's just I forgot to answer it. It's crazy how the video that I slapped together in a couple minutes, and that we slapped together really, really fast, and threw up. Literally, like, we filmed it and uploaded it in less than an hour. Is like one of the best performing videos we've got. And yet the ones that take us like 5 days, nobody cares. If you guys want more stuff, by the way, today was the final holiday release. Today we released our third Christmas album. We released 3 Christmas albums this year. What more do you want? I think we released 58 tracks, technically 58 tracks this month. In the past 30 days, we've released 58 tracks. What do you want from me? 69. You want 69 tracks? Oh, okay, all right. We released our third Christmas album of the year today, which I'm really proud of. I think it's really great. Ryan crushed it. But this is only our second StreamBeats Originals album, and I'm really excited about that. We have a lot of plans for StreamBeats Originals. We pumped up StreamBeats by Harris Heller. Like, classic StreamBeats has like over 1,500 tracks now. Like, we beefed that up this year. We went from like 200, 300, maybe 400 tracks to over 1,500 tracks. I think it's 1,600 or 1,700 now. We got so much up this year. That was our main focus, is to make sure we had every genre covered and as much music as possible. And we're never gonna stop releasing like background music for you guys for your streams, by the way. That's never gonna be a thing that we stop doing. We're gonna pump out a ton of tracks this year also. But like this year, I really wanna focus on StreamBeats Originals and having Ryan continue to produce stuff, because he's just so freaking good. So good. So if you guys want more stuff from Ryan, first of all, we got a lot more stuff from Ryan this year, but also, Ryan's releasing an album in January, either January or February. Ryan's got his album he's working on. So, if you guys want more stuff from Ryan, which you should, because it's good, give him a follow. Make sure you follow StreamBeats on Twitter. We will let you know when Ryan's album is out. I've heard it. It's very good. It's very, very good. I'm really excited for you guys to hear it. Is Ryan moving into the studio? We'll be finishing the recording studio in early January. Probably closer to mid-January is when the recording studio will be finished. Sneak peek? Absolutely not. This is not my music to release. It will be released under Senpai Records, and of course, as everything else we release, it will be available for you guys to listen to on stream. Ryan's album we probably won't release the instrumental version with it. That's totally up to him. Everything's entirely up to him. This is totally his album. I've given him complete creative control over it. This is his stuff. But all of StreamBeats Originals that we do will be released with the instrumental versions, for sure. What do you think about Ludwig's thing with the extension he's making to improve YouTube chat experience? I think it's awesome, dude. I love it whenever the creators just take control of the situation when like, oh, YouTube's not doing it, I'll do it myself. I love that. That's what we did with music on Twitch with StreamBeats. Like, oh, you're gonna screw us over for listening to music and there's no other option, I'll make another option, you know? I think it's great. Will his album be copyright free? Yes, every single album Senpai Records ever releases, no matter who the artist is or what it is, will always be available to use in your content and your streams. Anyone else see Lud coming to YouTube as soon as he did? I did not. No, that shocked me. That surprised me. He didn't have to make any big changes like that. He's fine without it. I'm gonna darken this a little bit. There we go. No, I was starting to overexpose on the face a little bit. No, he was probably the last person I expected to leave Twitch. How do we credit music if we want? However you want. It's not necessary. So here, let me talk about this room here real quick while we listen to the music in the background. I hope you guys, by the way, I really hope you guys enjoy the new album. Please listen to it. One final thing, by the way, one thing that I forgot to mention, or I've mentioned it before. Every single dollar made on this Christmas album, every single one, every dollar made from now until Christmas on this StreamBeats Originals album will be donated to St. Jude. Every single one. So, if you want to listen to it, if you want to contribute, if you want to give to kids in need, but you don't have any extra money to donate or whatever, just play this album. Just play it on repeat. Every dollar. And every time, I mentioned this in the video that went up this morning, every time you listen to a track, we make about it's like 0.3. It's like 0.3 cents. Let's just say a third of a penny. So essentially, every 3 tracks you listen to, we make a penny. And so now you know. Go out, listen to it. Remember how many times you listen. Tally up your plays, and that way you can see how much you donated to kids in need this year. Is Twitch dying slowly? I think so. I think Twitch is on its way out. I just made you $10 then. Made me $10. So you listen to it 3,000 times? Listen to 3. I don't think you can physically do that by now. Can I play StreamBeats in my business? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, play it anywhere. But Spotify Wrapped already gave me my minutes. I think Twitch is on the way to be. Who knows? It might never shut down. The only reason I think it might shut down is because it's owned by Amazon, and I can see Amazon shutting it down. Amazon could sell it to someone else. I don't think anyone else wants to buy it. I think the moment Twitch Prime goes away, nobody cares about Twitch anymore. I think that's so integral. I think that's so important. I think you take Twitch Prime away from streamers, I think they leave. I think nobody stays on Twitch anymore. So the moment Amazon decides to drop Twitch, either sell it or shut it down, I think Twitch is over. Like, it's just got it's just too risky of a business move. Like, if it was just some niche thing, you know, like Mixer or whatever, I shouldn't even say Mixer because Mixer shut down, but Mixer sold to Facebook. Like, if it was a niche thing like DLive or Caffeine or, you know, Trovo or these small little niche ones, like, sure, they can last however long they want, but like, Twitch will not be Twitch as soon as Amazon says we don't want it anymore. What do you think about Ludwig switching to YouTube? I uploaded a whole video on it this morning. But we can talk about it a little bit more. I want to hear your thoughts on Ludwig moving to YouTube. Ludwig was so surprising. YouTube needs a free member option with YouTube TV. They used to do that, by the way. I think until the beginning of 2020. Maybe it was beginning of 2021. I think it was actually the beginning of 2021. I think they shut it down end of 2020. If you had YouTube Premium, which I have, you got a free member. And then they shut it down. I don't know why they did. I'm about to play the Lily Peachy song a million times. 30,000. Oh, a million times 30K to kids in need. Yeah, guys, just listen to the Lily Peachy song a million times. Just listen to it a million times. You will give $30,000 to kids. Is that right? 30,000? No, I think it's 30,000 cents. I think that'll be $300. Let me see. Hold on. $1 million times 0.0033. No, 3,300. It's 3,300. I was close. That's $3,300. Listen to the Lily Peachy song a million times, and you will donate $3,300 to kids in need. Imagine if every one of you did that. What if all 292 of you did that? I'm just saying. Here. How's this camera angle? What do you guys think of this camera angle, by the way? How's it look? Is it? Can't tell if it's dropping frames or not. I think it's all right. I think we're gonna use it for a little bit of content in here. This thing's in my way though. Hold on, we gotta move this back. That's gonna be obnoxious. There we go. Now I got a lot more room to stand here. And we got this is working, right? Yeah, it looks like it. This will be a fun camera angle to use. We're gonna start making content in here. And I wanna use that camera angle a lot. It's dropping a few, not much. I'll have to figure out, it's dropping a lot. Yeah, it looked on this screen like I was dropping a lot of frames. I wonder if it's the length, it couldn't be the length of the HDMI cable. I wonder why it was dropping frames. I'll have to do some tests. See if it's the cable, see if it's the HDMI input, the capture input on the PC, because this one looks fine. This one looks really good. Is it meant to be 60 FPS? Oh, that was the one I also wasn't getting the proper, I think I've got some settings to adjust on that camera. It's a temporary camera up there anyway. I've got a new camera coming in at the end of the month. Hey, keep me up to date, by the way. As we go along this Christmas season, as I stream, now that I've got this stream set up here, I'm gonna be streaming here a lot more. So, as we go through this year, as we go through this December, I want you guys to update me every stream on how many times you've listened to tracks. Does it show you? Can you track your plays on Spotify? I don't know if you can do that. Can you? Give me an estimate. Just every time, give me an estimate. Because I don't think you can track it. What camera are you using? So this here is the A7S, the original Sony A7S from like 2012, I think. Bought it used off of Camera Tim here in chat, and it looks awesome. I'm super happy about this. I think it looks great. Using a Rokinon 14mm lens. It's pretty wide. Once we get the shades in on this window, I'll have a little bit more control over the brightness, so I can then adjust some things. But wide angle lens. So this makes this room look 3 times larger than it is. I mean, it's still pretty big, but. Do you think the A7 III is the best camera for streaming? I don't think there is a best camera for streaming. It just depends on your budget. You have a best camera for a certain budget. I think I do like the A7. I don't have the A7 III, but I do have the A7C, which is essentially the same thing. Where's Sock Harris? It's at either Sam and Scott's place or it's at Ryan's house. Ryan made all the sock puppets too, by the way, which I think is his true calling. We need a StreamBeats Hot Wheels car. Is that a thing? Hey, by the way, if you guys are in here, if you heard the album or watched the music video or didn't, and you're just in here, please hit the like button. It helps out a lot. I'm happy with my A7S also. Yeah, so it was pretty limited when it came out. You could only do 4K out of the HDMI. You can't have active facial continuous autofocus and stuff, or at least not in 4K. The good thing about it is because of the way this camera angle works, I didn't need any of that. I'm only doing 4K out of the HDMI because it's being captured, so that's fine. This is a permanently mounted camera. I'm not moving it anywhere. So I only needed 4K out of HDMI. I didn't need continuous autofocus because this lens, one, doesn't have autofocus anyway, and two, it's so wide that it's not a super shallow depth of field. It'll be a little bit better. I'm at a pretty, I've closed up the aperture quite a bit, but I can open it up and it won't matter. It's so wide that it'll look great. I like that it's not gonna be trying to focus the whole time. Beacon mic win? Dude, I'm saying the same thing. I don't actually care about the beacon. I think I'm gonna use the beacon mic, but I mostly care about the interface that's coming out. That's what I want. Hey guys, I've missed a handful of super chats. Let me get back to these. These are from 30 minutes ago. Crystal Kowalski, am I saying that right? Learned so much from your content. It helped me make some good decisions on equipment and setup for stream and recording. Thank you. I'm glad you like the videos. Codename Scat. Quick question. I have the Go XLR with an 80 ohm DT990 Pros. I feel like they're being overpowered by the Go XLR. What headphones are open back at your... They're being overpowered by the Go XLR? Then just turn down the headphone gain on the Go XLR. If they're being overpowered, just turn them down. What open back do you recommend for FPS games and music for the Go XLR? I've hardly ever used, I don't even think I've ever used open back headphones. I've always done stuff in public, and I always buy headphones that I can mix. I bought the last mixing good high-end headphones I bought were for me to mix music on train rides to and from work. And so I always got closed back. I have no experience with open back headphones, but you can ask Ryan. Go ahead and hit him up on Twitter or something. See if he has any suggestions. Stelios, welcome to the True Senpais. Thank you for the membership. LW Wolfie, thank you for the 8 months. Welcome back. Culture says, I want to thank you for all the content. You so much your advice to improve my own. You're a godsend for people looking to learn. Thank you. I do what I can. I appreciate it. There's this fundraising event backed by Jacksepticeye called Thankmas. I would love to see you participate or help it any way you can. We're doing our own. I'm hearing about it for the first time. I'm going to be honest. I don't think Jacksepticeye needs me. We are donating every dollar that we're making to St. Jude. So I hope his does really well. I'd also like ours to do really well. It's not a competition. We're all just helping out any way we can. Whether we do his fundraiser or my fundraiser doesn't really change anything. Dilberry Plays. Thank you for the 5 pounds. The Menace. Welcome to the True Senpais. Thank you for the membership. And Jorge. 6 months on the moon. You love to see it. I have a really good idea to present to you. I have a really good idea for you to present it to Elgato about the Wavelength software. Tweet it at me. If I think it's a really good idea, I'll let him know. Do we have any wallpapers for StreamBeats or Senpai? Give it a week. Maybe a week and a half. I don't think Pokey's right by saying Lud switched to YouTube. Lud switched because YouTube treated him nicer than Twitch, and calling Lud an A-tier streamer and saying Twitch wants to keep S-tier streamers, which she said she was. I feel that sounds like it's taken out of context. I'm not gonna, unless I hear her actually say, I want to hear what she actually said. Before I comment on what someone said Pokimane said. Any update on the video about recently added VST supports added by Elgato? Oh, I gotta check that out. I haven't tried it because I haven't had like a test PC to try it on. I've been streaming out of like a makeshift stream room. I finally have a stream room. I'll be able to test it soon. I'll let you know. Don't know if she actually said that at all. Yeah, that's not how I'd summarize her take. See, this is why. Never trust the internet. This is why I don't like comment on what people say unless I actually hear them say that. There's so much just stuff taken out of context. When are we gonna see a time lapse or awesome build video for your West Show studio? How do you know who West Show is, Brandon? I would have loved to have a camera in there the entire time, but this stream room, I mean, it would have had to be moved around a bajillion times by the workers in there. And it would have had to been in there watching them for like 5 months straight. So no, not doing a time lapse on it. But we're trying to get a bunch of footage just so we can kind of throw it together and see the progress over time, you know? How many streams on the album as of right now? I have no idea. It'll update. It usually updates 1 or 2 days behind. So in the next couple of days, I'll be able to see how many streams it got at any given moment. But it'll take a couple days. How wide is your lens? This is a 14mm lens on a full frame camera. So if you're looking to get this angle on like a Sony crop sensor camera, you'll need like a 9 to 10mm. Can we ask how it's going with the baby? It's going. The baby is beautiful. By the way, Broseph, thank you for the new membership. Also, Culture, thank you for the new membership. Welcome, guys. Cam Buell, thank you for the $5 super chat. Appreciate you. Do you still play electric guitar? Yeah. Again, now that I have this studio and I have these speakers here, I'm setting that up in a couple days. I'm gonna bring the guitar rig down here. By the way, I've got a custom desk coming in that's gonna go, basically, it's gonna go from here all the way to the end of the wall, and then wrap around all the way to here. And then I'm gonna have, that's what these holes are for right here. These are for all the guitar, stuff. So there's still a lot of things that need to be done in this room. Is a puppy gonna be allowed in the studio? This studio or the recording studio? Yeah, puppy's allowed anywhere. Dude, this dog is so well behaved. We got him back yesterday. He's the world's greatest dog. He's 6 months old, and when I took him on a walk yesterday, he stood right next to my leg and walked the entire time. Why isn't the Christmas album on YouTube? Because DistroKid destroyed everything. DistroKid broke everything and we can't get it fixed. It will be. I've got a call with a company tomorrow. I can't announce it yet. I got a call with the company tomorrow that should be able to fix all those things. Kind of like how there's StreamBeats by Harris Heller, but there's still a couple albums that are just under Harris Heller. When I tried to switch everything from Harris Heller to StreamBeats by Harris Heller, DistroKid couldn't do it. They broke everything. So, we're working on that. Still putting a retina scanner on the door lock? If I can. I'd like to. I talked to a lot of people. It turns out it's not as easy as I'd hoped it was. Quick question. My stream has a 6 to 8 second delay on my gameplay, but it synced perfectly to Elgato and ins. But when I pull up my stream on my phone, it's like my phone is constantly buffering. That's either your internet. Am I dropping frames, or is that just in the it's probably just in the preview. It's either your internet, or it depends on where you're streaming. Some platforms just don't have a low latency thing. Like on YouTube, for example, I have like a 5-second delay on here because I'm streaming in 1440p. And if I streamed in 1080p, I'd have like a 2 to 3 second delay. YouTube's delay isn't as great as Twitch's. No, you're dropping feels stuttery. I don't know why. It drives me nuts. It's only with this PC. I never had these problems with Orthrus. I mean, I've got such a beast of a PC, but for some reason, this PC stutters on the camera inputs. I see 0 missed frames due to rendering lag, 0 skipped frames due to encoding lag, 0 skipped frames from network lag, but it's just the camera input. So for some reason drops frames. Change camera? No, it's not the camera. It's happened on every camera. It's the PC. I don't know why. Switch to the M1 Mac? We tried that, it didn't work very well. How is it having your business in your basement? We're not there yet. We're working on it. Change capture card? I've swapped out capture cards. I've swapped out multiple capture cards. It's not the card. Could be a USB controller. It's a PCIe capture card. It's such a bummer. You build these PCs and you're just like, please. It's probably a Windows issue. Windows is trash. Motherboard USB might be overwhelmed. I mean, I'm not using a ton on it. I just need like someone who like knows the ins and outs to come in and just like, oh, your BIOS isn't updated or whatever. Like, oh yeah, we can just adjust, like plug into these USBs and it fixes everything. But I don't know. Yeah, I've got a 3090 and a 5950X in it. Like, it's a beast of a PC. It's definitely not the power. Windows update, it automatically updates every time. I can't stop it from updating. Call Linus. Is the PCIe slot set to 8x, 16x? Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea how to change that. When it gets to like the nitty gritty of like BIOS settings and everything, I've never toyed with those. I have no idea. Sorry, Elgato and OBS. Yeah, I streamed to YouTube at 1080p. YouTube has a little bit of a delay. It might just be YouTube. Try what I would do, Mr. Motive, is I would set up a private Twitch account that nobody knows about and stream to there. Keep all the same settings, stream to Twitch. See if you have the same delay. You gotta figure out the variable. You gotta do some troubleshooting. Interesting tool by Dolby, Dolby On. It's on Android and iOS and records video, audio, and auto applies noise suppression / gate EQ balancing, makes the audio so much better. I feel like it's a great new system for new vloggers. Interesting. I'll check it out. It's like a voice recording app. Yeah, I'll take a look. Does YouTube have 4K? It does have 4K, but 4K has a super long delay. I streamed on 4K in the very beginning, but there was like a 20 to 25 second delay. And that just, at that point, it's not live anymore. And that's not fun for anybody. So instead, I found that 1440p only had like a 5 to 8 second delay, which was still a higher quality picture and was a manageable delay. And I thought that was a perfect middle ground. So I went with 1440p. Have you improved Scott's streams yet? No, we're gonna start that today. Starting that today, that should be a lot of fun. What's a good laptop, a budget PC / laptop to you? I used a Lenovo Legion 5 for a little bit. I streamed on that for a while when I was down here before they started building this place, and it did a really good job. I was really impressed with it. Poggy Woggies, I'm on the moon. Gonna go eat some Pringles, happy 8 months. Yo, Patrikski, thank you for the 8 months. Welcome back. Appreciate you so much. Dr. Lupo's considering streaming in 4K. It just depends on how much you interact. We do so much just chatting that to me, having that 20 to 25 second delay was just not worth it. It would ruin the experience for everyone. By the way, if you guys are in here, please hit the like button, helps out a lot. Hope you guys are enjoying the Christmas music in the background, by the way. I spent 25,000 minutes on StreamBeats by Harris Heller alone. How much money did you make off just those plays? Well, let's see, every song is on average about, let's say 2 minutes. So let's say about, it's a little more than 2 minutes. So we'll bring it down to 12,000. We'll say 12,000 plays. Probably averages out to about 25,000 minutes. So 12,000 plays times 0.003 is 4,000, that's 40 bucks. 40 bucks. 40 bucks from a single person. We have like 200, 300,000 monthly users. 40 bucks from a single person is awesome. I used the Christmas music for all 40 hours or 4 hours of my stream today. Thank you, Miss Cast Joe. I appreciate it. I had a capture card do that. I reseated the card and it worked. Oh, I've done that a million times though. Thoughts on Ludwig saying you didn't feel appreciated by Twitch? Yes, I think that's a big problem on Twitch. I get that it's a hard thing for Twitch to do, but like Twitch needed to keep Ludwig. Twitch needed to keep Ludwig. YouTube, it's crazy that YouTube has this whole thing. YouTube doesn't need streaming as much as Twitch does because Twitch only has streaming, but YouTube wants it so much more. And like being real with you guys, I never heard from the people at Twitch. I had a partner manager that would send me updates that she would mass email out to everyone. And a couple times they called me up for kind of advice on a product. And I went on a call and would give them like consulting stuff. Like I was the one who told them not to do boosted streams like 2 years ago, and they did it anyway. It was almost 3 years ago now. But like in terms of like hearing from like, I switched over to YouTube. I'm not a massive streamer. We have 320 viewers. Like I haven't done enough on this channel to be a massive streamer on this platform yet. And I still have someone at YouTube. His name's Santiago, by the way. Santiago. He emailed me when our baby was born to congratulate me. Like YouTube crushes it in that. I completely understand what Ludwig was saying. I never heard from Twitch. And I probably get an email from Santiago once a month just saying hi, saying, hey, I really liked your video or something. It's pretty great. And more importantly, since I moved over to YouTube, I think I've been on 2 or 3 calls with YouTube about upcoming products and my feedback on it. They listen to people over at YouTube. Like it has been a night and day experience between Twitch and YouTube. I had meetings with devs at Twitch, not planned meetings or anything like these. I went to like PAX and stuff where a bunch of devs were always at PAX, and I would sit down with them and we'd talk about future projects and where I think the platform needed to go and blah, blah, blah. And I mean, they get advice from streamers on social media all the time. Nothing ever changes. They never do anything. I move over to YouTube and I'm jumping on calls with literally the head of YouTube gaming. I hear from Ryan Wyatt a bunch. Like he tweets at me, we talk, we DM, and I've jumped in calls with like a full dev squad, like a planned dev squad call with you. Like obviously I can't tell you what we talked about, but like they listen and they change things based on what people say. YouTube is on the ball. I think it's going to be a very short period of time before YouTube completely takes over. And which is, I'm torn. Can I just say, like, I'm very torn about this because there's a part of me that's like, do I want one company owning, like having that much power? Like YouTube has its own problems. Do I want YouTube to completely take over all my content? So if they end up screwing up, they screw up everything. Like, I like the idea of, hey, this company can do, like, I like competition. Like I'm a capitalist. Like I'm all for competition. And so there's a part of me that's like, I don't know if I want one company taking over everything. But then there's the thing like, but they do so well and they try so hard and they listen so much more than anybody else. I'm okay with it. Oh, Zip Gaming, don't worry about it, man. I appreciate you saying that. It's a learning experience. No one's upset with you. Competition inspires growth. Yeah, so like what happens if YouTube takes over and then they have no more competition and they don't have to try anymore? Now, fortunately, YouTube has basically not had any real competition in 10 years and they're still making massive changes. But like, what happens if they get a new CEO, you know? What happens if they change leadership to someone who doesn't care? So like, we own everything. We don't need to try. Let's just collect massive paychecks, you know? Like, I wish YouTube had some real competition. I wish Twitch tried. No, they won't. They won't try. They refused to try for years. They won't try. I gave up on them. I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt. I wanted to encourage them. I wanted them to do well, and they refused to try. So I'm done. When's the Hairseller streaming platform coming? I have no desire. I have no desire to make a streaming platform. I've got another company I'm starting though. What happened to viewership? Did someone like raid? Did someone like redirect or something? Because we went from, we basically doubled our viewership in the last couple minutes. Did anyone here come from another streamer that I missed? Or did we just somehow get pushed into the algorithm and people are like, oh, let's come. Yeah, I rated you. See, I say that and I'm like, oh, I don't trust any of this. How many people are gonna claim the raid now? Mike the mechanic, just in case you're being honest, thank you. Fwiz did it, that makes sense. You got pushed into my maid feed? Hold on a sec. Maybe someone tweeted it? Let me look at Twitter. Maybe something happened on Twitter? Just algorithm? Yeah, nothing happened on Twitter. Anyway, we're talking about Twitch and YouTube. Popped up on my recommended feed. Well, welcome everyone who's here for the first time. Got recommended. We just got in YouTube's. Wow. Well, on the topic of Twitch versus YouTube then, by the way, welcome everyone. This is the new stream room. It's very empty. We just got electricity in yesterday. Lights still aren't in, but it's looking good. It's getting started. Here, while we got all the new people in here, let's do something fun. Let's switch over to the camera. This camera drops some frames. I gotta figure out why. But I guess we can, it would kind of make sense if we're talking about this. Like if we're gonna talk about Twitch versus YouTube, and we're gonna say like, oh, is the top of my head cut off? No. I'm always worried like when the camera's aiming low that I gotta like crouch or slouch. But like, just the general point. Like we're talking about Twitch versus YouTube, and my frustration with Twitch is that they refuse to add any kind of discoverability for years. And I've spoken with devs, they don't listen to their people, but then I move over to YouTube and I've been in multiple calls with them. Like I'm not YouTube's biggest streamer. Like I do okay, but I'm not YouTube's biggest streamer, and I've been on multiple calls with dev teams. And then the biggest frustration we have with Twitch is that there's no discoverability. YouTube apparently throws me in a recommended feed, and our viewership more than doubles. Like everything, like I don't understand why people are apprehensive of moving from Twitch to YouTube. Everything that Twitch lacks, like this has been my experience moving here for like the past 6 months. Everything Twitch lacks, YouTube does. YouTube just does it. So I don't know anyway. But that's this other camera angle. Hope you guys enjoy that camera. I'm gonna start using that a lot more. We're gonna start making some content down here. Does that one have? Okay. It's not jumping frames now? Okay, it must have just been the capture card for a minute. You shouted your YouTube rep? Oh, it's probably because I mentioned Santiago and he's like, I'm gonna throw this guy right in the algorithm. You're probably right, Bearded IT. Any plans on jazz albums? We've got a jazzy album. Hi-Fi, what's that album called? Groove? The Groove album is pretty jazzy. I don't think we're planning on doing like jazz, but we want to do more hi-fi. I like the hi-fi stuff that we did. I haven't met Fwiz in person. No, but I've been on a call with him. I've never seen a live stream on my recommended page. Will you be playing Guitar More streams? Yeah, so once we get actually I'm probably gonna move the guitar rig down here in the next couple days. I'm gonna have to set it up and see if I can get everything all figured out down here. But we'll be moving the guitar rig down here and then connecting it to the stream. Should be able to do that. We'll see. And hopefully setting up a couple more camera angles that make more sense for guitar playing camera angles, which could be really cool. Is the other camera gonna be serious time to talk? No, I wanted a camera angle where I could do more engaging content with. Like, one of the things I wanna do on the stream is I wanna order a bunch of really crappy cosplay off Wish and like walk out of the room, try it on, come back in and like show it off for you. And we've got that camera up there for me to do that. So it's stuff like that, like weird content stuff. I wanted a setup where I could get a little bit more creative and do some things that I haven't done before. And so that was the purpose of that camera, is to have standing, more engaging stuff. So I'm not like, because the problem I have with a lot of streaming content right now is it's like you sit here, you sit at your desk, you have your camera angle, you have the place you're allowed to be. You have to be sitting, you have to be right here, otherwise you're not on camera. I wanted to open up the opportunities to do a lot of different kinds of content. I want to turn, I'm doing a lot, if you guys can, I've taken some notes. If you're wondering like the direction that I'm going with live streaming, it's the direction that I think live streaming is gonna go a lot, by the way. You can see I'm using a shotgun mic. I've got a shotgun mic mounted on that camera as well. I'll be pulling in like a dynamic mic if I ever game, but like for normal chatting stuff, I'm gonna keep the shotgun mic on there because I want my live streams to be more like YouTube content. I think live streams need to be more inspired by YouTube content in terms of feeling more natural and looking a little bit more cinematic. That's why we've gone with a wider aspect ratio, right? It's not 16:9, it's 2:1. It's why we're streaming in 1440p. I'm not putting any RGB in this room, like no big flashy lights behind me. We're going very, very minimal and very chill because I want live streams to feel a little bit more like YouTube videos feel. But they're still live and interactive. And that way we can cut up the live streams also and put them on a YouTube channel and it doesn't feel like, they took a live stream and they cut it up and put it on YouTube, but it feels like the quality is in the same exact place. How do you fight echo in the room with the shotgun mic stuff on the wall? Yeah, so a big one is almost this entire ceiling is gonna be covered by acoustic treatment. So there will be 4 giant panels on the ceiling. We're also gonna put some panels on the wall behind me. There's gonna be a couch behind me. Potentially panels on this wall as well, just to help the sound treatment. So yeah, basically every parallel wall. So with these 2 walls, this wall. With these 2 walls, this wall. With these 2 walls, this wall. With every parallel surface, parallel pair of surfaces, I'll be doing some sound treatment and that'll help a lot. And yeah, having a couch will help a lot too, but I don't want to put a ton of furniture. I like the fact that I can roll around in this area. I don't think I'll use a rug. I don't think I'll need a rug if the ceiling is treated. It already sounds fine, by the way. Like, what do you guys think? I'm sure you can hear it a little bit. By the way, Tease, I'll get to your super chat. Don't worry, I haven't missed it. I just haven't gotten to it yet. Like, be real with me. Like, how does this sound right now? You can probably hear the room a little bit, but it's probably not terrible. When will your room be finished? Got some furniture coming in a week. 6 days, next Tuesday. Hopefully the couch is a part of that. A little bit of echo. It's a little bit boomy, but not unbearable. Yeah, this room is just an empty square and it doesn't sound terrible, I think we'll be okay. It's bound to be echoey, by the way. Seriously, we have a wooden floor, we have blank walls, it's a box, it's gonna be echoey. I'm just impressed that it's not more echoey. I'm starting a YouTube channel, want to stream time to time, main topic digital drawing. I feel like YouTube stream for art doesn't seem popular. I feel like YouTube stream for art doesn't seem as popular as on Twitch. What's your take and advice? I'd have to look at the difference between the two. I don't know. I think in general, you're gonna see a massive decline on Twitch. like more than we already have. Like I think in general, the novelty of streaming is wearing off. I think we're going to see far and far fewer full-time streamers. I think we've got the legacy full-time streamers, right? Like Tim the Tap Man, it's not going away. You know, whoever all the other ones are, right? The whole OTK crew, like those classic streamers who like live for live content, they have a huge audience, they're not going away. These guys have been live streamers, they've built a legacy for years. But I think we're gonna see fewer and fewer full-time streamers emerge. And I think instead we're gonna see more people utilizing streaming across, being well-rounded content creators. And so I think just in general, that didn't have to happen. That didn't have to be the way it went. Twitch made that happen. Twitch has made it nearly impossible for new streamers to rise. It is almost impossible for someone to get into that top tier. The top tier is cemented. Top tier is who it is. You got Pokimane, I was about to say Ludwig. You got Lily, you got the whole offline TV crew, you got the whole OTK crew, you got Tim the Tatman, that crew, whatever. Not Tim anymore, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean, right? Like, that's who's at the top, and that's who will always be at the top, because Twitch refuses to give any tools to help people grow and get noticed. So you'll have a few mid-tier streamers come up from the bottom, but the top tier is solidified. And I think what that's done is that made it, that combined with the fact that people just aren't as interested in becoming a streamer as they were 2 years ago, maybe even a year ago. I feel like it peaked a year, 2 years ago. It was when like everyone was like, I want to be a Twitch streamer. That's the thing to do. And I think people are just getting a little bit disenfranchised just based on how poorly Twitch has kind of managed things lately. Yeah, XQC is going to be up there. XQC, unless XQC quits, which he could do at any moment. Unless XQC quits, no one's taking that spot. By the way, Dr. Fu, thank you for the $1 super chat. Cody Watkins, welcome to the Thrifty Boys. James Naka, welcome to the Thrifty Boys. Brother, I watched so many videos. This is from Envision FB. I watched so many videos of yours. They've helped me grow with this streaming journey of mine. About overlays, became more professional. Congratulations, love to see it. Ludwig's not on Twitch anymore? No, Ludwig left 2 days ago. Ludwig announced that he moved to YouTube. It's a big deal. So I think with the combination of people getting a little disenfranchised by live streaming, it being literally impossible to become a top tier streamer on Twitch anymore, it's not gonna happen. Unless Twitch completely changes the way their platform works, it will not happen. So I don't think we're gonna see any more new full-time streamers make a huge impact. I think instead what we're going to see is more and more streamers be well-rounded. People growing and then streaming 3, maybe 4 days a week for a couple hours at a time, and using that streaming content, using that streaming time to create other content, kind of like I talked about in the video from last week. So I think that's what's gonna happen. What about Ranboo? Started making content a year ago, not top 10. There's always anomalies. There's always anomalies. It happens, but not nearly as much as it happens on YouTube. YouTube sees every year, they see there's new, multiple new streams or multiple new YouTubers that get their golden play button within a year of starting. Like, because YouTube has so much discoverability, it's like, it'll happen on Twitch. It happens every once in a while, but it's literally an anomaly. I think the rise in streamers is due to the pandemic. I'm not just talking about the rise in viewership, by the way. There was a huge boost in viewership all around. I remember my numbers like doubled at the beginning of the pandemic. My YouTube numbers tripled in the beginning of the pandemic. All tech YouTubers doubled or tripled at the beginning of the pandemic. Just the way it is. But it was more than just like viewership rising. It was the rise of streaming celebrities. Right, the rise of people like Ninja going and becoming a mainstream celebrity. Ninja, whether you like Ninja or not, he pioneered the way for streamers to become actual celebrities. Well, I love Candy Shop album, having a repeat. Thank you. By the way, now that we have a bunch of new people, if you haven't heard, we released a brand new Christmas album this morning. It's got 4 songs. They're all actual singles with lyrics and everything on them. 4 original YouTube Christmas tracks. One of them has Lily Pichu singing on it. One of them has a bunch of streamers singing on it. We did a giant medley with like 10 different streamers. It was a ton of fun. So make sure you go take a listen here. I have it right here. It's this album right here, A StreamBeats and Friends Christmas. We've got the regular version and we got the instrumental version. We're listening to the instrumental version right now. Do you think just chatting streams will get more traction on YouTube? Yes, yeah, I do. Sure. As more streamers leave Twitch for YouTube, yes, I think it's inevitable. I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna try some. I'm like figuring out my screen orientation and everything. Like how do we do this all, you know? Where do I put everything? I think we shrink this down, move this over a little bit more, you know? There we go. I'm trying to figure out like when I look at my camera, I'm trying to make sure I'm not like looking up here to look. You know, you see those streamers that like they want to see their camera angle and they're like every 5 seconds, you know? Put it near your camera and put it at the same eye level as your camera. My camera's right here, my preview's right here. So I just look straight over to see my camera preview. Love your music. You're top of my top listen this year. Yeah, I ruined a lot of people's playlists or Spotify Unwrapped. Do you think Twitch will ever add categories like Twitch has? They do have some categories, but I do think YouTube will update their UI, their live streaming UI, because it's not great right now. How do you feel about more popular Twitch streamers coming to YouTube gaming? That's what we've been talking about. I'm pumped about it. Can I be real with you? I want to be totally real with you guys. I want them to slow down. I don't want any other big streamers to move over just yet. Give me like a year. Let me get some momentum first. Let me get some momentum. I've been so swamped with the StreamBeats stuff and with building the studio and with having a baby and having a dog and everything that I haven't been able to make the content I want to make. Guys, stop moving to YouTube just for give me like 6 more months. Just don't move over in 2022. Like let me make 2022 the year where like I get my numbers up so that when more people move over, I go with it. You know? Just give me 1 more minute. I thought they ditched the YouTube gaming branding. No, they had a dedicated YouTube gaming app and it's gone. By the way, I want to figure out what to do with this wall. The wall behind me I've got figured out. I've got a couch behind me that's going to be centered. I've got a giant piece of StreamBeats artwork I'm putting up there, and then I got 2 black acoustic panels, right? Maybe like acoustic panels here, artwork here. I'm talking about the wall behind me, by the way. Artwork there we go. Here, acoustic panels here. It'll look nice, it'll look clean. This wall, I think I want to put up my like silver play buttons. I have 2 silver play buttons, and I have a really cool StreamBeats skateboard, like an acrylic skateboard I want to mount on the wall. I don't want it to be like stuff all, like I want this room to be nice and clean, but I can't just have like a blank wall, you know? What do we do over there? I don't even know. A digital projector, it's too much. It's too much. I want this is like an adult's dojo, you know? This isn't a gaming room. I'm gonna game in here, but I want it to be a place where I can come and take some deep breaths, you know? Put it all full with nano leaves, Junkie, I'm gonna ban you. Don't ever say that again. No RGB in here. No RGB. This is gonna be the first big streaming room with no RGB. You could do your play buttons, the skateboard, and your guitars. I could do the. I feel like mounting guitars to the walls becomes so cliche, though. Does anyone else agree with me? I feel like it's overdone. Like, I'm just gonna have them on the ground over there, next to the couch. A giant Neko photo. I don't hate that. Senpai tapestry. Get an amaranth cardboard cutout. Send it to my P.O. box. Make Kenzie really question things. It's nice to see no RGB for change. Isn't it nice? Like when this room is done, it's gonna look so relaxing. I'm not opposed to having like some soft, nice like highlights. Maybe if we have like some nice white lights coming behind some things. I don't know. Like, I don't think I even want to do that though. Like these lights up here, I'm gonna actually have on during a lot of streams. How do you plan to acoustically treat the space? I'm gonna put panels on the ceiling, 2 panels on the wall, and then panels on this wall, and then the couch will help a lot too. Once we do that, it won't be perfectly, like I wouldn't record an album in here, but it'll be enough that it won't be a problem, you know? You gonna keep using the Kiwi? No. Nope. I'm using shotgun mics. Both this camera and this camera have shotgun mics attached. I'm gonna be using shotgun mics just like I do on YouTube, and then I am gonna have a dynamic mic mounted to the desk, so when I'm gaming, that way you don't hear like the clicks of the keyboard and everything. I can pull that right in front of me and I won't bother my teammates. Talking about P.O. Box, did you try the XS? The XS, what's the X? Oh, the energy drinks. I did, actually. I had one for the first time like 2 days ago. In fact, there's one more in the fridge I was gonna drink. I think I'm gonna grab that as soon as I'm done with this stream. You guys done? We have more viewers than we normally do. And the rule of live streaming is if you have more viewers than you normally do, you don't end the stream. So I am gonna grab one of those drinks actually. I'll be right back. I'm gonna play, while I'm doing that, I'm gonna play the Lily Pichu track. If you guys haven't heard it yet, this is the single that we released. Well, we released an EP. We released a Christmas album this morning with 4 tracks. And one of the tracks was sung by Lily Pichu. And so I'm gonna play that track real quick. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a drink.
I don't even realize it's that time each year. Looking out the window, thinking I'm still here. A subtle act of kindness, a jingle in my ear. Catch a little Christmas bug from me. Let's put on comfy Christmas sweaters and just stay indoors. Skip the chilly weather and make fireplace s'mores. Sleeping Sleeping on the couch and let the tree right off the house. Feels like Christmas. Feels like Christmas. Feels like Christmas. Now.
Falling in the snow, a berry from the mistletoe.
Hey, I apologize, guys.
There's something about the cold that warms my heart. I'm finding love in the
What in the world? Why did this camera die?
I don't wanna lose
Did I lose the camera?
love in the snow. Oh, fall. I don't wanna lose it. No, don't wanna lose it. This holiday, I never let
I lost the camera, guys. Hey, come here. Come say hi to everyone. Come here. Come here. Okay, you're too heavy. You know what? Then if that's the case, where are we at? Let me answer a couple more questions on this camera, and then I'm probably gonna shut it down just because it's really weird. Like the camera shuts down, but it's still getting an audio signal from it. So the camera's still working, and I'm still getting a signal to the PC, but the video signal's not coming. I'm gonna have to hit up Elgato, see what's going on. Let me answer a couple more of these super chats real quick. Trying to get in a schedule of editing videos faster so I can put up content faster, but my videos take a while with my school schedule. Friends are telling me just to put out content with less editing. What do I do? Yeah, you need to find a style of content that is easier for you to upload. That's the only answer. Hey, look at him. Look at him. Hey, good boy. Yeah, if you don't have a lot of time, you got to find content that's easier to edit. You can have some dim neon sign with a Senpai logo. Having something Senpai, like a cool Senpai sign. I still don't know if I want it to be neon. You know? We'll see. Envision, thank you for the super chat. Jordan Rance, welcome to the Thrifty Boys. Thank you for the membership. I ran a test on Twitch, same delay. Test my internet, ping is 6. Please help. You got to figure out where the delay is coming from. If you're not seeing any delay in OBS and it's just happening on the stream side, then I have no idea. I have no idea. Is this thing still dead? All right, I'll hit up Elgato. Guys, I think I'm going to end it there. I got all of them, right? Wait. Envision dropped a couple more. He said, make changes to my stream room setup. Focused on offline content because your videos actually stated growing a small community. Thank you. Dude, congratulations. You love to see it. Brother, I watched many of your videos. Oh, I saw that one. Okay, now I'm all caught up. Guys, if you haven't hit the like button, please do so. If you haven't listened to the new album, it's a StreamBeats and Friends Christmas. There's 4 tracks, and any dollar we make is going to St. Jude. And every time you listen to 3 tracks, we make about a penny. So, listen to it all on repeat. Just play it in your home nonstop. And help us support St. Jude. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out. I'll see you guys on, what's the day? Wednesday? I'll see you guys on Saturday. I'll have all the kinks figured out before Wednesday. Thank you guys. Have a good one. Peace.